We continue to speak about Access Theater and their projects. We now have the theater's sign language consultant, Peter Robertson, joining us. Welcome to you, Peter. Peter, I'm so happy to have you here. I understand you've been involved in some kind of projects with this group. Could you talk about your involvement in this?
Sure. Part of what I'm involved with the theater is when I'm not able to be a performer myself, I help with access concerns, and it involves primarily helping any hearing performer learn the signs for their lines, as well as working with the whole cast to decide on what are going to be some of the unique signs that we might want to agree with. Recently, one of the biggest challenges was being involved in the production of a videotape on earthquake preparedness called The Silent Quake. And that was a real fascinating project because it took us off of stage and put us into a different medium of video.
What encouraged you to set up this project? Was this an individual or an agency that wanted it? How did it come about?
Access Theater was approached by the Ventura County Emergency Services Office. They received a grant from the state of California Emergency Services to specifically produce a videotape that was captioned, voiced, and signed so that it was accessible to hearing impaired and deaf audiences or deaf individuals throughout the state, and to educate people on earthquake preparedness. And now that the tape is finished, it's actually going to be seen throughout the state and also on a national level because it's the only videotape of its kind. So we're excited about it.
Great. Now, let us look at some of it right now.
Great.
I understand that the captions are also there, so you don't have to watch Lou. Lou, you can rest.
You know, scientists are expecting a large earthquake to hit Southern California within the next 25 years.
It could hit us today or tomorrow, and it's supposed to measure over 8 points on the Richter scale. Japan had an earthquake in 1923 that measured 8.2 on the scale, and it killed over 143,000 people. Most recently, the 1985 Mexico City earthquake killed over 10,000 people, leaving many thousands homeless.
It's pretty frightening to realize the same thing could happen here, leaving many people homeless and without jobs for years. Welcome to the basement. What do you think? Sorry about that. Look at the foundation. You know, back in the 1940s, many homes were built differently than today. During a quake, your home could literally fall off its cement foundation, causing severe structural damage. You can solve that problem by installing bolts like these over here. They will help the house stay secured to the foundation. There is another way to secure the house to its foundation and prevent it from shifting. See these wood 4x4 beams? They support the floor structure in your home. During an earthquake, they could shift off the foundation and the floor collapse. The best way to keep the 4x4 beams in place is to do what I've done here.
Wow, that's fascinating. I like adding the humor into it, too. I think that's very good. It's so clear. Now, how long did it take you to do this, and how many people were involved in it?
Go ahead.
We began writing in August and started shooting during January and February. Editing, adding in captions, I think we were finished in late March.
That's pretty good.
It's about a 40-minute videotape, and what we saw here today was just tiny clips of it, but it's very complete. It's being used for hearing audiences as well as deaf audiences because they tell us that it's the most complete and thorough earthquake preparedness tape that's ever been made. So it's hopefully maybe we'll get to see it on Silent Network in the future in entirety.
That's another thing we could have here, yes. It's very important information, too. I wish we had more of it, and do you have planned other projects like this for the future?
There has been interest because of the success of this tape. The state's very pleased with it, and they do have some ideas on some future tapes that hopefully we'll hear about soon. Nothing right away that we know of, but hopefully soon.
How do people then get it? I suppose if they want to see it, how do they contact you, or how do they get this? What's the process?
They can either contact us at Access Theater, or they can call the Ventura County Emergency Services Office, and they have tapes available for free for any organizations, or actually, for that matter, individuals that are interested in viewing the tape.
Wow, that is fascinating. We're very happy to have brought you information about Access Theater, its talented staff, and their projects to you today. Thank you to Rod Latham, Laurie Hennessy, and Peter Robertson. And thank you, too, for being with us. Drop us a line to Offhand, Post Office Box 1902, Beverly Hills, California, 90213. And come back next week. We'll be here waiting for you.